All right, welcome back to Building Dad 2.0. It is squat day. We're starting with some jumps. So in order to make the video is a little longer today, in order to make it shorter, I cut out all the times between jumps and between reps on squats. So if it seems like everything's moving quickly on sets, no fancy editing. I just cut out the little break times in between. Okay, jumps. Trying to get more explosive. Jumping to a 30-inch block today. This is the highest I've jumped, 2.5 feet. I'm going off a lower seat than normal, going off my 200-pound sandbag. I don't know the exact height of that, but I'm sitting just below parallel. You can see as the jumps go on, they kind of like peak, I would say, around the 6th or 7th rep and then start to tail off a little bit. But you can see the ones after you get into it for a bit there, they get a little crisper and a little more explosive. Did 2 sets of 10 there. I like doing them before the squats just to get my brain thinking explosiveness. Then on to squats. So started off with 232 pounds for a set of 8. So first set doing it no belt, no knee sleeves. I always wear knee sleeves and a belt on the heavier stuff. My left knee gives me grief if I don't. And I'm just able to brace harder in my core with the belt on. All right, so here we are doing 290 for 5. Up to this point, I was actually really happy with the 232, 290 with my depth. Funny when I'm doing the sets, the first couple sets always feel horrible. I feel like I'm barely moving, but then you watch it back and it's like, yeah, actually, it didn't move that bad. I was happy with it. Here, this set was by far my worst set of the day at 330. See, my depth wasn't as good. I was moving a little slower and couldn't figure out why at first, and then finished the set, looked down and realized that my knee sleeves were working as calf warmers. So just didn't have that same pop and that same confidence. I'm just like, knee sleeves too are just like a confidence thing for me. And give me a little more pop out of the hole. But okay, so now on to 375 for singles. It was an absolute grind. I wasn't sure that's what the program called for. I wasn't sure if I could hit 375 today. I skipped last week to do a lower back deload. So I was really happy to come back. Got the first 2 sets at 375. Next week is calling for 385. And I was like, you know what? Let's throw 380 on here. At least get close to 385. See if it even moves at all. And you can see out of the hole, I almost came to a stop, but I managed to grind it. Got the rep. That's the heaviest squat I've ever done. Previous best was 371. So all 3 reps to singles today were PRs for me. And we dropped back down to this was 301 pounds. Finished off with a set of 5 at 301. It's funny, like I said, like the first couple reps, even like the 290 felt worse than the 300 does after doing the max singles. But I think it's just that your nervous systems felt the really heavy weight. So then you know, going from 375, 380 back down to 300, then all of a sudden 300 feels like lightweight till I got to the 5th rep. Then you can see it slowed down on the 5th rep there. But overall, I was really thrilled with this squat session. Went into it not sure if I could hit 375, but definitely didn't want to limit myself and tell myself that I couldn't hit it. So here I went to do Nordic curls, and my right hamstring cramped like crazy, but the way that I got the bar set up kind of like pins my feet into the floor, so I had to come back up and work my feet out from under it, shake the cramp out. Then we're back to starting all over again with the Nordics. So this was a set of 11. I'll show you the first couple at regular speed, and then we'll go into 3 times speed here. But I was quite happy with the extension on the first few. I still am working on getting the extension greater than where I'm at now. But if you just watch even in triple speed, you can see as I fatigue, I sit back more into my glutes, more into a hip hinge. And it takes some stress off the hamstrings, but believe me, even doing sitting back into my glutes like that is insanely hard on the hamstrings. That's what's so impressive to me, like watching Nomo the UFO do his Nordic curls. Like last workout, he does them at the very end of his workout. He only got 4 reps, and he was like, man, I'm going to get into double digits soon, but he's 240. Right now, he said, right around 240. I'm 188 pounds, so like 52 pounds difference. Can you imagine how much harder that makes a Nordic curl? And like, I have no doubt if he's focused on him, within a couple weeks, he'll be back up into double digits, no problem. Just a different level of strength, and he does it to a greater extension than I do too. Okay, so Nordic's done, got some posterior chain work there. Then we come into the other gym, hit the hack squat. So here we're just working on getting a little bit of depth and just powering out of the hole. Really, these put the stress on, a ton of stress on my quads, where when I'm doing low bar squatting, I can really sit back and use my my glutes to power out of the hole. These, I got to use the quads like crazy. So just trying to build that quad strength up. For me, the best way to build mobility is just by doing it loaded, right? Like doing like a dynamic stretch, weighted stretch, just forcing myself to get down into that position and have to work through it. And then finishing off with some back extensions, just light, just a 44-pound bar. This is more just therapeutic than anything for me. Making those glutes and lower back work without stressing them too bad. I was sore coming into this workout from the dynamic day. That partly why I wasn't sure how the squats were going to go. But feel like my lower back left this workout feeling better than it did going in. So that's awesome. That's it for the workout. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.